Sports Talk with Elite Wagers.
Yo, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with Elite Wagers. I am Elite Wagers, and this is now the breakdown for the Club World Cup Group F. Just before we get into it, I want to send you all over to my Twitter. Been mentioning it on everyone, but running this giveaway. Giving away 3 free entries into the £15,000 prize pool contest for the Club World Cup. All you got to do is follow, like and retweet this tweet, and then comment free to be entered. So let's get into Group F. We've got Fluminense of Brazil, Borussia Dortmund of Germany, Ulsan of Korea, and Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa. I'm going to start off with obviously the most recognised team in this group, Borussia Dortmund, number 9 ranked team in the world. Germany's second most decorated team, obviously behind behind Bayern Munich. Reached the Champions League final twice, so obviously quite decorated within Europe. 24 total trophies, 5 in the last 10 years as well, so have been winning a fair bit in their time, most recently in most recent years. Obviously group favourites, and they got a solid, talented squad. A few players from me in this one. Guirassy from the forward position, 10 million, I think is reasonably priced. He's going to be the star man for this team. He's obviously over the average price per player. But he does have a weaker group. He's got 3 very, very favourable games. And you know, I talk about paying for premium players. I think he's one of those premium players that you've got to pay for. He's the obvious choice from the team. He's by far the best player on the squad, and gives them the best chance to score goals. 40 contributions in 41 starts, 13 contributions in the last 8 games as well. 7 games straight with a goal involvement for Dortmund. He's an instrumental part to Dortmund scoring and winning games. He's on penalty duties with Emre Can, but you know, you can see him taking the ball for majority of those penalties if they do get them as well. So I think Guirassy is a solid pick for Dortmund. And then we're going to move on to the defensive side of the ball. Obviously the other three teams within this group aren't very well known for their attack. So we're going to go for a Borussia Dortmund defender. I'm going to go for the cheapest of the starting 4. It's going to be Svensson. He's 5 million, so he's well under the average price per player, so good value option. He's actually a winger, so he's classed as a defender on the game, but he plays sort of more in this sort of position here, so he would be more of a winger. He signed in January. He's played 12 games for Dortmund. He's got 1 goal, 3 assists in those 12 games. But he does have all of those 4 contributions in the last 5 of his most recent 5 games for Dortmund. He played the wing-back role for Dortmund, but he is more sort of an attacking-minded player. Obviously, as I've been mentioning, the group shouldn't give them many problems, so it should be more of an attacking standpoint from Dortmund anyway, so he should be able to get up and down. He is on corner duties as well, so it gives an added chance for assists. So I think those 2 from Dortmund are solid options. Obviously, you can pick Bessembiani as well. He's very similar to Svensson, but you know, I'm going to go with the younger guy, and hope he gets his chance in the Club World Cup. And then we're going to move on to Fluminense of Brazil. They are the 89th ranked team in the world. Let's have a look here. Fluminense, there we go. 42 trophies in their history, 4 trophies in the last 4 years, and obviously that's how they qualified for this competition. Recent form makes this group harder for them. They may struggle. They've won 19, drew 15, lost 18 in the league last season, so just about have a winning record, but they haven't really been outstanding. In terms of their star player and one to watch, there's not many guys that are worthy of that title, if that's a way to speak. But we will go with Arias. None of the Fluminense attackers are in form. As a team, they've only scored 13 goals in 10 league games this year. Of those 10 games, Arias has got 6 contributions. So he is their sort of brightest spark in the team. He has created 27 chances in the last 10 games. He's on all set pieces as well, corners, free kicks, and penalties. So that obviously gives us a little bit extra for the potential of assists and goals and things like that. But in terms of the whole team, there's not many people to mention within this team, and he obviously gives them the best chance to score goals. So we'll roll with Arias, and then we'll move on to Mamelodi Sundowns, who are the 83rd ranked team in the world, which they're higher than Fluminense. They are the most successful club in South African history. 15 league titles, 14 domestic trophies, haven't conceded in 6 straight Premier League games, and they've conceded only 13 all season, so that's a good bit of form for them coming into this, being defensively solid. Finished the season with 5 straight wins. They scored an average of 2.6 goals in those 5 games as well, so defensively solid and offensively solid to end the season. Their star guy for me is Arthur, and he's a forward and he's 5 million. So again, talk about values, he's way under the value price per player, and he does give them their best opportunity to score. Not really expecting them to do much as a team within this group. Obviously a very difficult group for them, but they have an attacking 3 who have combined for 18 goals in the last 10 games. Of those 3, Arthur is the cheapest, and he has 1 more goal contribution than the other 2, so he's got 7 in the last 10, and he has 14 contributions in 25 games in total this year, with 5 man of the matches. So he's one of those 3 forwards where we go over here. One of these 3 forwards should be on your team for a value pick, but in my opinion, Arthur is the one with the more upside. Like I said, 1 more contribution than the other 2, and he is one of the cheapest as well. And he's just got all-round better form. So moving on to the final team in this group, and that's going to be Ulsan, the Korean side. And they are the 271st ranked team in the world. They're the only team from Korea in this tournament. They're back-to-back winners in their league, and before that they were runners-up for 3 years straight as well, so consistently been at the top for the Korean league, and they are also the runners-up in the Korean FA Cup as well. Won't be too much of a surprise to see this guy at the top. He does give them their best opportunity to score goals as well. Another solid value option, 6 million, means he's under the average price per player. But he's a true out-and-out striker. He's in the right place at the right time. He knows where the goal is. He's the most informed player for Ulsan. He's played 14 games for Ulsan so far, scored 9, and he's also on penalty duties as well. So again, not much stat finding for these last 2 teams, Mamelodi and Ulsan. But in terms of the 2-star players, Farias for Ulsan is the guy to have in your team if you do need to save a bit of money, or if you want to just go for a different way than everyone else. So in conclusion for this group, it's going to be pretty obvious. We're going to be seeing Dortmund at the top of this group table. There's not much that's going to derail Dortmund from winning this group, I don't think. The true battle for second place is wide open. I lean slightly more towards Fluminense because of the Brazilian traditional way. Obviously, I've mentioned the way these South American teams play hard. But Mamelodi, they're coming in with some good form, so they could cause problems. They're solid defense and reasonable offense as well. But the order I'm gonna lock in for is Dortmund first, Fluminense second, Mamelodi third, Ulsan fourth, and then just some best bets for this group. I think it's obvious that Dortmund will win this group, so that's at minus 200, which is 1.5. A little bit juicy, but good for something if you want to pair it with another group winner. And then I'm going to go for a long shot bet on this one as well. Momlody to qualify at plus 500, which is 6.00 odds in decimal. And then Olsen to finish at the bottom of this table, and that's at plus 150, which is 2.5. So again, I appreciate everyone for listening so long. I have been doing these every day. We've got two more after this one, so we're nearly at the competition to start. If you head over to my Twitter, you can click on my highlights here, and then you can go through all the others that you may have missed. You've got Group E, Group C, Group D, Group B, all of them, Group A. So you can go through all of them, give them a listen back, and hopefully they can help you pick your teams. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, and I'll be back tomorrow for the next group in the club.